Hi guys, what is going on and welcome to today's YouTube video. In today's video we are going to discuss the current higher time frame state of Bitcoin. I'm going to discuss why I still prefer to look for long positions over potential short positions on the Bitcoin price, and I will exactly explain step by step why my bias remains bullish until proven otherwise. First of all, on the higher time frame, on the daily time frame, we are still range bound, okay? So a lot of people think this is a trending move. Yes, this is quite trending, but trust me, in crypto, this is not a proper bull trend. We are still range bound until proven otherwise, and I still do believe that this entire range that I've drawn out here for you guys is the accumulation range before we start the proper bull run. So I've already explained multiple times why this range is so important and why this range is extremely clean. I've been longing over here, I've been selling over here, I've been buying somewhere over here, and I've heavily been buying over here. Now, currently, Bitcoin got pretty close to that range high area over here, as you can see, right? And after a deviation of the range low, which occurred over here, and a test and also a gain of the mid-range over here, there is not a reason in my mind currently why Bitcoin should not visit the range high, right? The only thing that could potentially mean that the top is in is that I've drawn out my range high wrong and that actually this was the range high. But even if this was the range high, this is still a very minimal sweep. This is not enough of a sweep, in my opinion at least, to call it a top. Why is that? Because if market makers really want to offload their bags, if they really want to start building swing short positions, if they really want to start selling their spot bags, a quick small wick above a liquidity pool like this is not enough. It needs proper consolidation within a liquidity pool in order for the market to give the market makers, the whales, the bigger players, time to unload their bags and to build swing short positions. I've explained multiple times, it takes a lot of time for those orders to get filled. Those orders don't get filled with a quick wick. That is why usually when you see those quick wicks, those big wicks, they always tend to get filled at least for 50% and very often even for 100%. Because a quick wick is not enough for market makers to fill their orders. That's reason number one. I want to turn bearish, but only when I see proper consolidation / distribution within a big liquidity pool. And in my opinion, the liquidity pool and the area where market makers will unload their bags is above that range high area. Now, besides the fact that we deviated below the range low, gained the mid-range, and saw a perfect test of the mid-range, what should be another reason for the market makers to move towards that range high area? Well, if I'm quickly going to hide this range over here, we can see that if I go onto the weekly time frame, we have had a big weekly imbalance over here. And we have another huge weekly imbalance over here. Now, let's not even count this one over here right now. Let's only look at this one because yes, we have tapped into that weekly fair value gap over here. But if I'm going to zoom in, if I'm going to take the EQ level of this weekly fair value gap, if I'm going to, let's take this one and let's extend this to the right. I'm going to zoom in even more. We can see that the 50% level of that weekly fair value gap over here got front-run by a few dollars with this wick over here. Now we know that these big imbalances on the weekly and monthly time frame tend to get filled at least for 50%. Now, do you guys think that the fact that we have front-run it on a few dollars over here is a coincidence? Or is this a move of the market makers to show to each other that they still need to take out this wick in order to fill this imbalance for 50%. Now, they gotten so close to that imbalance over here. What could be a reason for the market makers to now not go towards that imbalance, fill it and unload their bags over here when they gotten so close over here? Like, I don't see a reason why they cannot push towards that area. Monthly time frame. Let's remove the current drawings once again. we can see monthly time frame, huge untapped monthly fair value gap. Like I said, they tend to get filled at least for 50%, which is highly possible around 34.7k. But let's say we're not going to fill this for 50%, but we just tap into it. Why would the market maker push the price so close to a monthly fair value gap, which is exactly the reason where they usually want to unload their bags or potentially accumulate their bags, looking, for example, at the monthly fair value gap over here, where we formed the cycle bottom for Bitcoin after front running the monthly fair value gap on a few dollars with this week over here. So we front run it over here. And eventually they still push the price towards a monthly fair value gap, because what could be a reason to get so close to the monthly fair value gap over here and front run it on a few dollars? There is no reason why. They still push the price towards it. And currently I'm seeing a little bit of a similar kind of structure being developed over here for the Bitcoin price. Monthly, weekly fair value gaps within a huge liquidity pool based on the daily time frame is the ideal area for the market makers to start unloading their bags, to start building those big swing short positions. So currently I'm looking still at a move above this range high before I even think about turning bearish again on Bitcoin. Okay, I've been bullish this entire run up, sold the top, bought the bottom. Now currently patiently waiting for us to get that move above the range high, to start deviating above the range high over here, to start seeing that consolidation, the distribution being formed, which could be a beautiful area to start taking profits on my spot, to start building swing shorts, targeting the CME gap over here around $20,000, because I do believe that we'll distribute over here, get back inside of the range, get a midterm crash to fill this CME gap over here and start forming the cycle bottom over there before we start the proper bull run next year. That remains my scenario right now for the Bitcoin price. Okay, so I remain bullish until proven otherwise. Now, if we are going to go to the lower time frames, on the 4-hourly time frame, we can see that over here we have had our accumulation range, right? Currently, we are within the manipulation area before getting that potential expansion to the upside. Now we can see that this is looking extremely ugly, this price action over here, but it is called the manipulation area for a reason. This manipulation area is designed for retail traders to get trapped, is designed for retail traders to get frustrated before they expand the price upwards and everyone misses out on that move to the upside. It is designed for people to get frustrated right here. That is exactly what they want to see, and that is exactly what is happening currently within this potential AMD pattern. Okay, and that is definitely another reason to remain bullish in my opinion, because these AMD patterns tend to be extremely bullish. Okay, so there's another reason in my mind right now why I would turn extremely bearish. Until we lose this mid-range over here, we have to remain bullish, targeting the range high. Lose this mid-range, we will also put in a bearish break of structure, and in my opinion the CME gap around this area is inevitable. But until market structure remains bullish, we form higher highs, we form higher lows, even though the higher highs are getting a little weaker. But that is very, very common near the end of that uptrend, because I do agree that this uptrend will come to an end soon. But in my opinion, it's not the time to turn bearish again. Now, on top of the fact of all of the things that I've been mentioning, we are potentially going to form this rising wedge over here, right? This rising wedge is parallel channel. And I still do believe that we should see one more move to the upper trend line over here that also is perfectly in confluence with a potential top around $36,000 before we are going to break this rising wedge and we are going to move towards the CME gap over here. Another nice confluence being developed on the Bitcoin price. So in my opinion, there's multiple reasons to remain bullish on Bitcoin, to wait with selling my spot bags. I still have around 30% in USDT because I did already take some profits, of course. I'm not going to try and give all of my profits back to the market, but I won't be building any swing shorts yet. I won't be selling any more spot yet until we get a proper distribution area above the range high. If you guys do have any questions after watching this YouTube video, please let me know in the comments down below. Also smash up the like button and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you guys on Wednesday's video. Ciao, ciao.